Hello everybody and welcome back in the Saddlon Arena from Barrie, Ontario. The Barrie Colts and the Sarnia Sting facing off for the fourth and final meeting, I believe, or is it the third meeting? Oh, it's the third, sorry. The third of four meetings on the year between these two clubs. Sarnia taking the first two. Barrie looking for revenge here tonight. Here's Yodian in an early look. He'll center Baudouin, and a big save early made by Ozapenko out of the gates. Drops it back, Aitchison. He'll play it to the net. Young trying to get that out. He'll do just that. Out to center and back into the Barrie zone. Aki for Baudouin. He'll send that across. Hall did a good job reading the play and sends it out and down, and that'll be icing against Sarnia early here tonight. Sting 8-3-1 on the year. The Barrie Colts 9-3-2. As the Colts have 3 more points than Sarnia in the standings. Just a win and a half ahead of Sarnia. Draw one back. Here's Aki firing. Glove save made by Ozapenko. Rebounds right in the paint, and now he's going to cover on it one more time. We know that the Colts are going to come out looking for fireworks tonight after the way the previous two games have ended up for them. 4-1 and a 4-2 blow in the third period that led to a 5-4 shootout loss. So definitely wanting revenge. Aki. That's blocked. Hurt tried to clear. He couldn't do that. Backs. Interfered. No call. Yodian shoots. Stop made by Ozapenko. The Sting easily could have got a penalty there for interference, but they don't. And it stays scoreless after a big save made by Kale Ozapenko. Here's the draw to the right side of the net. One back, Aki firing. That's off a leg and into the corner. Picked back up by the Colts again. Jelsma scores right between the 5-hole of Ozapenko, and it's 1-0 Barrie here in the first. Bo Jelsma with his 5th of the season, and the Barrie Colts strike first here tonight from Saddlon Arena in Barrie. Job well done here for the Barrie Colts, just putting everything to the net. The Sarnia Sting have been hemmed in their end so far this entire game. Here's a giveaway now sent ahead. Young tries to find it. Gave that away to Aitchison, and this might be trouble for the Sting as there's nobody back, really. Here comes Stewart. Might be a break. He gets by, and it is a break. Stewart! Stopped by Ozapenko, and the rebound slid wide. Back up, gone, trying to get it out. Van Volson will do just that, and it does just clear. Colts trying to bring it back in. It's Patterson. He does. To the net, centers. Wiggle, shooting. Good save, Ozapenko. Kept in, Barrie pressing again. It's Aitchison. To the goal. That one. Right to Ozapenko. He covers up. 1-0 Barrie just about halfway through the first. Here from Barrie tonight. Sting have had this entire period in their end so far, just unable to get it out, unable to find scoring chances. The Barrie Colts have choked off the middle of the ice very well. Draw one back. Here's Tiller to Passmore. Moves in and shoots. Make that another shot for Barrie, and it's fought off and cleared to center by the Sting. Passmore. Centers for Grisela. Moving in. Breakaway. Set just off the mark. I think Ozapenko got a piece. Here's Tiller. To the front, Moses scores! His second in 2 games against Sarnia, and it's 2-0 Barrie here in the first. Shamar Moses with his second of the year. So the Barrie Colts have made it interesting. 2-0 here in the first period against Sarnia. Yeah, they've looked really good here, and Sarnia Sting have been back on their heels this entire period. Got to see how they're going to respond now, down 2. Draw one back. Here's Reese. Sends that ahead for Jaworski. Sting jump into the rush. Their first chance of the night. Incoming still. Given away, and now Lowe. And here come the Colts again. Reese trying to catch him. Here comes Lowe. It's a break. And it's 3-0 in the first for Barrie. Carter Lowe gets the goal, and it's 3-0 Colts here in the first period. They have looked stellar here in this opening period. The Sarnia Sting have looked gassed. Not much in the tank, not much setup. And 3-0 Barrie here in the opening period. Draw one back, picked up by Tiller. Sent ahead that finds Moses, and they come again. It's Moses. To the net, shooting, it's blocked. Picked up now by Grisela. He'll fire. That's blocked, kept in by Lowe. Putting it to the net, he's stopped by Ozapenko. Sting need to get it out. Here's Grisela to the net. Stopped again by Ozapenko. Loose puck, Manza clears. That ricochets off a Colt and back down their ice. Jaworski to get it for the Sting. No one's covering him. And now Tiller does get the puck. And again, here come the Colts. The Sting do not have a shot this period. In comes Tiller. Shoots! Stop made by Ozapenko. Manza. Jaworski. Here comes Logan Howery. Sting looking for their first shot. They'll get it now. It's right to the chest of Hillebrand. And covers on that for Barrie. 3-0 Colts here in the first against the Sarnia Sting. They're looking good here tonight after the Sting have had the better of them the last two meetings. 4-1 and 5-4 in a shootout. However, the Colts should have won that last meeting, so they're so far doing good in this one, up 3. Here it's picked up by a coin. He'll give that to Diorielby, turned it over to Aki, and Patterson keeps it in, goes right to the net with Wegel. He's stopped by Ozapenko, sent behind the net looking for another setup. Kopecky trying to block the lane. Here's one that comes in front. Hall couldn't get it out. It's kept in by the Colts. 7 seconds left in the first. To the net from behind, looking out front. There's Wegel. It's blocked by the Sting. And we're through 20 tonight for Barrie. It's the Colts 3, the Sarnia Sting 0. Very good period for the Barrie Colts. They dominated the first. They got rewarded because of it. 3-0 after 1. Shot to goal in that first period. 17-1 for Barrie. They lead 3-0 after 1. The hits are one aside. Face off 7-2. No power plays. 3-0 through 20 tonight. Welcome into period 2 here tonight from Sadlon Arena in Barrie. It's the Colts and the Sarnia Sting. 3-0 Barrie after 1. Young to backs. He'll send into the Barrie zone. Rung around the boards, picked up by Hall. Centers it in front and a swing and a miss as that one rolled right in the blue paint. Aitchison to Jelsma down the right side. He has a goal tonight. 5 on the season. Baudouin breakaway. Scores! Cole Baudouin! It's 4-0 Barrie. Another breakaway given up by the Sarnia Sting, and they pay the price because of it. Cole Baudouin with a perfect move. He's going to outweight Ozapenko and go just above the pad and just underneath the blocker for a 4-0 lead. It's been all Barrie Colts here tonight. 4-0 they lead. Young to back sends it into the Barrie zone. Around the boards it goes. After that was Carson Hall, but couldn't get a touch. Here's Yodian to Jelsma. And a penalty on the play to Sarnia now as well. As the Colts look to grab it, they do now. Extra attacker on. Sent back, it's Aitchison. He has Aki with a good shot away. It's handled by Ozapenko. Down low looking out front. Here's Aitchison. Baudouin again. Stopped, and they touch up finally. Colts to the power play. Just past 5 gone here in the second. 4-0 for Barrie. So the face-off will come here to the right side of the Sarnia net. One back picked up by Passmore. Moves in, centers. Patterson. Shot went wide of the goal. It goes in behind. Back in front, it's Patterson. Stopped again, so Toronto Marlies losing their game earlier today, 4-3 in Belleville on some controversial calls that went Belleville's way all night. And the Marlies have lost 2 of their last 3, in case anyone was wondering. It's sent ahead to Patterson. Here comes Patterson. It's a breakaway on the power play. And I'm not sure what he was thinking there. He could have done a lot better than that. As it goes in behind the net. There's too much stick handling and he lost track. And now the Sting will get it out and down the ice. Sending it back in. It's picked up by Passmore. Passmore. Power play time running out for the Colts here. It's sent ahead. Stewart. He has a breakaway. He scores. 5-0 Barrie. So the Barrie Colts lead at 5-0. Here in the second period, they have looked phenomenal here today. So here we go. Brought in by the Colts again, now through center. It's the Sting who grab it back and bring it inside the Barrie zone. Drop pass, given away. Here comes Stewart again. Colts in alone. It's another break. And it's 6-0. Bode Stewart gets the goal. You just can't make this up. Too many giveaways, too many turnovers. And too many breakdowns for the Sarnia Sting. So the face-off back to center ice here. Here's the draw. One back picked up. Here's Passmore. He'll bring it inside. Here they come again. Passmore to Yodi, and he's stopped by Millette now in the net for Sarnia. Picked up by the Colts, looking out front. The pass in behind the net. That rung around the boards. It got past the Sting. Tiller to the net blocked. Here's Baudouin. He fired it wide of an empty net. Sting grabbed control. The pass finds Carson Hall. Hall has Diorio to the net. Diorio, he's stopped. First good shot of the night for the Sting. Here's Carson Hall with a backhand to the chest of Hillebrand, and he'll cover on that. 7:28 to go here in the second. 6-0 Barrie. It's been an absolute mess for the Sarnia Sting here tonight. Just 3 shots on goal, 24 allowed, and a 6-0 deficit. Here's a shot off the draw that goes wide. Sting will try to keep it in, and they do not, as Hurt unable to do so. Faceoff will come just outside the Barrie zone. So here comes the face-off. One back picked up by Tiller. Looking along, it's Baudouin. Young had it, it's Hurt now. Sent for Edwards. Here's Beckham Edwards. Looking in, he'll center it off. It's Pickles shooting it. He fired that high over the net. Gelsma. Ben Pickles still looking for his first of the season. He's going to take a penalty on the play for tripping. Here come the Colts, 2-on-1. It's Gelsma. Stopped by Millette. Sting will touch up, and Barrie back to the power play, up 6-0 with 4 to go here in the second. So Pickle heads off, and the Colts back to the power play, already up by 6 in this one. They have looked phenomenal tonight. Here's the draw, one back, Aitchison. Centers to Patterson to the net. He's stopped by Millette. He covers on it. And the face-off back in the Sarnia zone. So here comes the face-off left side of the net. One back picked up by Aitchison, shooting, and he just missed the target with that. Reese to Carson Hall. Here come the Sarnia Sting shorthanded. All they can do, down 6. Hall to the net. Tried to outweight, but couldn't. Aitchison now. Here's Aitchison. Down the right side, Sting pressure, but don't get the puck. Aki for Stewart. Here's Wiggle inside the Sarnia line. Hall grabs that back. Fed it across to Van Volsen. 50 seconds left on the power play. Here's Jack Van Volsen, short-handed. Couldn't get the shot. Fed that to Hall. Hall didn't take a shot either. Now he'll center to the front, and Hillebrand makes a good save. Patterson out of the zone. Colts turn it over. It's Van Volsen. He's back in again. Time running out. Shoots. Save made. 2 to go here, second period. Power play done. Here comes Wiggle. In over the Sarnia line. He'll wind. Go to the net. He's stopped by Millette. Reese. Pickle to Van Volsen. So Ben Pickle out of the box. He'll jump into the attack, but gave that away to Aki. Now picked up by Patterson. And that should pretty much end period 2 tonight. Here's a giveaway. Stewart. That shot blocked. It goes to the corner. Here's Stewart again in front. Aitchison. He stopped, and the rebound popped in the swap, but time expires. We're through 2 tonight from Barrie. It's the Colts 6. The Sarnia Sting nothing after 2. Shots to go in the game are 28-5 for Barrie. Hits are 7-4 Colts. Faceoffs 13-5. 1 for 2 on the power play. 6-0 after 2. Welcome into the third tonight. The Barrie Colts and the Sarnia Sting. 6-0 Barrie leading coming into the third tonight. It has been all Barrie here in this game here today. The Sarnia Sting haven't been able to set up anything. They've given the puck away all night long. Can't get possession. Well, they have possession now, finally, as here comes Alessandro Diorio breaking in. He scores! Alessandro Diorio just continues to rock for the Sarnia Sting as he breaks the shutout just past a minute into the third period. It's 6-1. Nice goal for him. Hillebrand tried to stick with him, couldn't though. And we have a 6-1 game here in the third. Sarnia Sting break the shutout. We're on one back, picked up. A lot of breakaway goals in this game. The Sarnia Sting just scoring on one now, finally. Barrie's had about 4 of them. Here comes Jordan Bax taken down, and now the Sting will go to a power play as well. Down by 5. Here comes the face-off to the right side of the Barrie net. Sarnia to the power play. Draw one back by Howery. Here's Young, shooting it, fanned on it, got through some traffic in front, but picked up by the Barrie Colts and sent down the ice. Sting trying to get this power play up to strength as they're down by 5. Here comes Gahan, taken down on that hit. Job well done by the Barrie Colts, and once again they'll clear. It doesn't get out. Gahan taken down yet again, but he does a good job keeping it in, sends it to the front, and they score! Logan Howery, after a failed clearing attempt by the Barrie Colts, gets the Sting within 4 here in the third at 6-2. It's a power play tally. And both Sting goals here in the third period. Here's the face-off. One back picked up. Sting scrum the draw. It's Gahan. Sent ahead to Tyler Challenger. Here goes Challenger. Can't give him the lane. He stopped in the rebound. Got away from Jack Van Volsen. Now Aitchison with it. In his own end with Aki. Sting tried to keep that in, but Jelsma brings it back out. Here's Romaine to Challenger. Challenger, middle of the ice. Baudouin took that back, and now a penalty going the other way as the Barrie Colts head back to the power play here in the third, up 6-2. So here's the face-off left side of the Sarnia net. One back picked up by Tiller. Shoots. Blocked by the Sting. Passmore picked that up. Gave it away, now sends it in to Stewart. Here's Weggles, stopped in tight by Millette. Carson Hall for Sarnia the other way. Short-handed. Here comes Hall. Moving in, waits, shoots. Save made. It got away. Picked up by Young. Young to the net. Trying to go forehand. Now the backhand, and Hillebrand covers for Barrie. 13:09 to go, third period. 6-2 Colts here from Barrie. Face off here, right side of the net. One back. Colts have it on the power play. Tiller gave that away to Beckham Edwards in the corner. They battled for it. It comes out. Young. Hurt. Bringing it back in for the Sarnia Sting. Here's Huey Hurt to the net. 5 holes. Stopped by Hillebrand. Passmore gave that away. Diorio trying to shoot it. Passmore with it again. Sting steal it. Hurt. Couldn't get the shot. Edwards kept it in, and now the Colts again will get it out, and they're going to go right back to the power play again, and it'll be a 5-on-3. So 5-on-3 for Barrie here in the third period. Up 6-2 in the game. Here's the draw, one back. Sting need to get control. Aitchison, that's blocked. Romaine sends it ahead to Reese. He's out, and here comes Reese. He's in behind the D, and it rolled off his stick. Then he played it to the net for Hillebrand. Played that to Aitchison. Here comes Jelsma. Power play time for Barrie running out. They'll bring it in here, man open. Centering pass. Big save made by Millette. Romaine. A minute to go on the Barrie power play. Pass finds Jordan Bax. And you know Bax, he can fly. Here he comes. Bax in. Backhand. Scores! A short-handed goal. And the Sarnia Sting have cut the lead in half. Here in the third period, it's 6-3. 8:58 of the third. It's a big goal for him. And the Sarnia Sting have made things a little more interesting now. Draw one back. Sting have it. It's Reese. Turn that over. The pass finds Reese again. Looking ahead, he has Van Volsen. Inside come the Sting. They take a big hit on the play, and Aki sends that to Baudouin. Here comes Jelsma. Inside. Jelsma to the net. That rolled to Millette. He'll play it down. Reese now back into the rush. Power play time is over for Barrie. Van Volsen tried to keep it in. He did. He has Reese going to the net. Centers it over. And a backhand blocked by Aki. Job well done there by the Barrie Colts. Here's Baudouin. He'll bring it in here down the right side. Looking to the front of the net. There it is. Yodian in front, and he sent it around behind. Not sure what he was thinking. Drops for a shot. That's handled by Millette. Oh. That missed backs, and it gets down the ice, and that'll be icing against the Sarnia Sting as we're down to 7 to play in a 6-3 game. So here comes the face-off to the right side of the Sarnia net. One back picked up. Sting grabbed control. It's Alessandro Diorio. He has Carson Hall with him. Diorio. This rolls to Hillebrand, and he's going to cover on it for Barrie. Face-off coming. Right side of the Barrie net. The draw. One back picked up by Aitchison. Aitchison with it. Sarnia Sting would be a much better team here in the third period had they win faceoffs. Yeah, it would have made things a lot more interesting. They would have more shots and attempts, but less puck control means less chances to score. Here's a chance in front of the net. It missed Hurt, and now the Sarnia Sting grab it. Young for Manza. Here's Matthew Manza into the rush. Manza looking to the net, waiting, now shooting it. Easy save made by Hillebrand. He'll cover as we're down to 3 to play here in the third period. Well, the story of this game was Cole Baudouin leading the way for the Barrie Colts all night long against the Sarnia Sting here today. He looked phenomenal since the puck has been dropped here tonight. Aitchison moves in and shoots, fanned on it, rolled back to him, and it scores, and there's number 7. The long-awaited 7th goal finally comes to Kayshawn Aitchison, and it's 7-3. A big goal here for the Barrie Colts late. You take away the Sting's momentum. They get 3 here in the third, but you respond with another to basically shut the door on Sarnia here tonight. Here's Patterson with it. So on a broken play, the Colts take advantage and make it 7-3 here tonight. Patterson to the front. Stewart, that's blocked. Logan Howery has it, and here go the Sarnia Sting. Howery looking, centers. Here's Jaworski, moves in and shoots. He hit the bar. What a chance for Sarver Jaworski, but it wouldn't fall. And now it's tripping with 20 seconds left against Sarnia. And it will be Jaworski after hitting the post. He'll go to the penalty box. Here's the draw. Right side of the Sting goal, 7-3. Barrie in front. There's a shot that missed the net. Kopecky tried to get the last touch on it. Colts have it. 13 seconds left. Stewart to the net. That fired wide. It's picked up again. Sent to the point for Tiller. In front, Patterson was stopped. A big chance for Barrie to add an 8. Sent across the paint, but that'll do it. Barrie wins this one of a final 7-3 against the Sarnia Sting here tonight. Big win for them. The Sarnia Sting's 4-game winning streak comes to an end. And Barrie now 4 points ahead of Sarnia in the standings. Well, that's all from us to you today. We hope you enjoyed. We will see you again shortly, if not tomorrow, the day after.